Alright, what's up guys, lxrdkali here, back again with another video. And in today's video I'm going to be telling about the first time ever taking edibles in my life. Now this story takes place back in 2023 in November, and prior to this, I don't know if you guys knew, but I was actually sober. Like I was sober for like 5 or 6 months leading up to this point. You know, I was a straight edge kid. Yeah, I mean I vaped and I smoked a little bit of cigarettes here and there, but honestly I was just on my gym grind, you know. I was just focused on myself, doing my school. I was living good, you know. Now to get to the story, so you know, before we get to the real good shit, first of all I have to say that how I got these edibles, well, you know, I work in a store, I work in a kiosk, and this was the time when, like, I don't know why, but you know, the boss just suddenly decided to just like get some edibles, you know, and I was intrigued by them. I think it was a Tuesday or a Wednesday, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, I asked my boss, I'm like, hey, what is this? He's like, oh yeah, these are weed edibles, want to try some? I'm like, oh, for real? He's like, yeah, take some. I'm like, alright, bet. So I just took, you know, some free fucking edibles and I was chilling. This was my first ever time looking at proper edibles, you know, and I was like, damn, that's crazy. So then skip over to like I think this was a Friday. Yeah, this was a Friday. I come out of school, you know, and I didn't have any stoner friends, you know. I didn't have any drug friends at all at this time. I cut all of them off. And I look at these edibles, right? And it's like 8 p.m. or like 7 p.m. or some shit on November. So it's already pretty dark outside. And I'm like, damn, should I take these? Should I pop these bitches? And I didn't know at the time, but like this pack had 100 milligrams of edibles, you know, and they were like 4 gummy bears, so each gummy bear is 25 milligrams. And me being stupid as always, I decided to pop all 4 of these bitches, boom, just like this, just like as if nothing happened, you know. So I laid down on my bed and I just patiently waited. I didn't have a console at the time, so I couldn't play anything, so the best thing that I had was just laying on my bed in my room. You know, it's completely pitch fucking black dark, and I just played like some Clash of Clans, you know. I was a big clasher at the time because I didn't have no console or anything. So I played Clash of Clans and I wait about like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and nothing happens. And then all of a sudden I start like just levitating, bro. Like I swear to God, I skipped the come up phase. I just started fucking levitating. Like I couldn't move. I was glued, stuck to my bed. Like I literally thought I couldn't move a muscle. Now this was just crazy. I didn't have no muscle cramps at the time. It was nothing like that. I swear to God, it was just the fucking pure edibles. They were so strong for the first time. Now I remember tweaking out in my bed because I couldn't move, I couldn't do anything, you know. And all of a sudden, about like 10-15 minutes later, I'm still struggling, by the way. I'm trying to move my body. I dead ass cannot. All of a sudden my mom comes in my room and she's like, yo, Kali, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, but my eyes were so bloodshot red. They were redder than the fucking devil's dick, I swear to God. And my mom notices. She's like, what the fuck? What did you do? Did you take anything? I'm like, yeah, I took some edibles, you know. And normally I wouldn't say that. I would just lie. I would just say, nah, I'm normal, I'm straight, I didn't do anything. But my mom asked, like, what the fuck? Where did you get these edibles from? And I said, yeah, I got it from my boss. And she was like, what the fuck? Why didn't you tell me anything? Are you okay? Should I give you anything? My mom was very supportive. Yeah, shout out to my mom for real. And I said to her, like, yes, please give me some water, give me something to eat. I was fucking dying It felt like as if I was on a hospital bed, just dying, like literally. And the best way to describe this trip was, I was inside my room, right? Like I'm here, like I'm in the same room for the past 10 years of my life. But for some reason, this room all of a sudden felt foreign to me, you know. Like she turned on the lights because I was chilling in pitch black darkness. She turned on the lights. All of a sudden I look around. I cannot recognize where the fuck I am, you know. Like as if I was on a different drug like LSD. But no, I swear to God, I couldn't recognize my room, even though I've been in this room for like so long in my whole life. Just this shit makes 0 sense. So then yeah, I would say about like 20 to 30 minutes later, I got like a little used to it. I still couldn't move. I just couldn't do anything. So I just went on YouTube and I just searched like some documentaries or some shit. I don't know. I was like whenever I'm baked or anything, or like off edibles especially, I just like to learn, I like to learn for some reason. That's always something that stuck to me when I was taking edibles. So I'm sitting here laying down in my bed as always, and I'm watching some fucking documentaries about monkeys and shit, and I just started laughing uncontrollably. I started laughing so fucking loudly that my mom comes into my room again, and she's like, "Hey, are you okay? What's happening?" I'm like, "Yeah, Mom, look at these monkeys." And my mom just fucking dies of laughter. Everybody's laughing. That was crazy. And then I remember I even wrote this shit down in my notes. Wait, hold up. So I wrote down in my notes, prototype. This is just a prototype. Ironic, I know. But I write this when I was high as fuck on proper edibles for the first time. Use this for a weed story content video, which I am doing right now. Holy fuck, dude, I'm so high. Ha ha ha. Wrote on the 10th or 11th November 2023. Damn. 10th or 11th? I'm getting old, guys. Damn. Holy fuck, I'm breaking into a new dimension of high. Holy fuck. This is the strongest shit of all time. What the fuck? So around this time, I was absolutely tweaking, I was just confused. The best way to describe this trip is like as if I'm on a train, and it just keeps going faster and faster and faster and faster, and it doesn't stop. That's the best way that I could describe this trip. And I was all by myself with no friends, nobody, just alone in my room. I don't know why this was so strong. No, I actually do know why this was so strong. It's probably because I was sober for 5-6 months, like I haven't done anything, no weed, no alcohol, nothing. I was sober for like straight 5-6 months, and on top of that, I popped 4 of these edibles, which you should never do. You should never do. So yeah, that just resulted into the most high like I've probably ever been, I would say, like off edibles. That like this was insane, and thank God I was in my room, like I was in the most safest environment ever. My mom was there to help me, to give me water and food. I was in my room in my bed, so at least I was like safe. Like I was completely safe. Nothing could ever happen to me. But yet still I got the fucking paranoia and the demons like, you're gonna die and everything. Damn, so many voice cracks. But yeah, and then at the last of my notes I wrote, "This trip turned low-key bad. I'm freaking out." Now, I remember this moment so vividly, so fucking vividly, because my mom, yet again, I called for my mom, for the 3rd time. And then this time, like, she was slightly annoyed or some shit. I don't know. Yeah, I think she was annoyed or mad at me or some shit like that. And then she turned off the light, And after that, I was just like, fuck. I became so fucking scared. I became so scared since the lights went off, and I tried going on my phone, and I tried to hold my phone, right? I couldn't even hold my phone. That's how fucked up I was off edibles. Holy shit, I couldn't even hold my phone, this shit is light as fuck, And I was also going to the gym at the time, like consistently, so I was a strong motherfucker, But still, somehow, I couldn't even hold a fucking phone. And that was that. So, without a phone, without my Clash of Clans, without my YouTube, in pitch darkness, there was nothing I could do. So I just accepted my fate. I closed my eyes. I accepted my fate. And everything turned out good. I fucking fell asleep. And I wake up the next morning at around like 7 a.m. on a Saturday, which never happens. Like that shit never happens, But I guess the edible was just so strong that I just fell asleep. I'm guessing at this time it was around like maybe 1 a.m. Not even. I think this was like midnight, maybe a little bit past midnight, like 12:30, some shit like that. That's when I fell asleep. I woke up at around 7 a.m. and that was that. The edible was gone. I wasn't high anymore. Thank fuck. Because if I would have been high for the next day, that would have been very problematic because I had shit to do on the next day, But yeah, that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed my YouTube story. Make sure to like and subscribe for more epic content. I'll be posting more very, very soon. Yeah, catch you guys later. Love all y'all. Bye bye. Peace.